guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is slightly different from what I usually upload because in today's video I'll be discussing with you guys and sharing with you guys the stream that I have decided to take up for 11th and 12th and how I reached that conclusion, and I'll also be sharing some tips and tricks with you guys so that you guys too can easily choose your streams that you wish to pursue ahead. So now with all of that being said, let's just get right on with the video. But before we do, please make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, and comment down below any more video ideas or suggestions that you might have. And now with all of that being said, let's just get right on. So as you guys might be aware, I'm part of the 2021 batch that was not required to write the CBSE board exams due to obvious reasons. And honestly, this news came as a shock to me, and I did react to this in one of my previous videos, so do check that out. I will link it in the description box below. But I wasn't, at first they did not really make it clear as to on what basis they were going to grade us, but I was pretty confident whether it was my internal assessments or my pre-board marks. I had performed well, so I was confident about my grades all along. So the next big task that I had ahead of me was to choose which stream to take up in 11th and 12th. Because after a certain while, I realized that most of these colleges, junior colleges and schools will be starting their session before the board results are announced. So I needed to make this decision quickly. So the first thing that I want to just make clear is the fact that in the back of my head, I always knew that I didn't want to do maths or science. And now this isn't because कि मुझसे science होती नहीं थी या फिर मुझसे maths होती नहीं थी. I could do both science and maths, and I performed pretty well in the exams, like all the exams that I wrote during the course of 2020. But I guess I was just never interested in maths and science as subjects to pursue in life. So I never really wanted to take up any stream relating to maths and science in 11th and 12th. So as you guys might be aware, there are three main streams that are available in 11th and 12th in CBSE, which are science, commerce, and arts and humanities. So if commerce basically revolved around maths according to me, and science was a no anyway, so leaving science and commerce out, the final thing that was left was arts and humanities. So there you have it. That is the stream that I have chosen for 11th and 12th, arts and humanities. Now, you guys might be wondering whether I chose to take arts and humanities only because of the fact that science and commerce were not an option for me, or did I choose it because I actually had an interest in it? And to make it very clear, it was always the latter, and I was always interested in arts and humanities. It wasn't because I was just left with that as an option. And it's just that one particular subject that always had my attention under humanities was a subject that goes by the name of psychology. My aunt actually did psychology, and she runs a de-addiction center and everything. So every time we visit her, I get to see her work and I get to see the number of people that she helps. And honestly, I think in the back of my head, I was just always interested in psychology because it intrigued me. And I wanted to help people in a way that others could not. And psychology was the perfect answer for me. So I guess my relationship with my aunt and just observing her work is what steered my interest towards psychology. But I wasn't really sure up until very recently that it is what I actually want to pursue in my life. And in the long run, psychology is what I'm interested in. Like slowly I started watching a lot of shows, and one particular show that I watched was the show called The Mentalist, and I was honestly just so curious as to how it all works that I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do. Now you guys might be confused, like did I literally choose what I want to do in life based on a movie or a series that I watched? I mean, technically yes, but I was always interested in psychology, so I think watching this particular show just triggered that interest, and I just got clarification and confirmation that this is actually what I want to do. Now that I've made it clear that arts and humanities is the stream that I'm going to pursue in 11th and 12th, let's start discussing about junior colleges, what board I'm opting for and everything. So the first thing that I want to say is that in my current school, the one that I'm currently in, I had no issues in continuing in the school. I love the school. I've been here for quite a bit of time. But the thing is, arts and humanities is not offered in my school, so I don't have any other choice but to look for another school that offers psychology and humanities. So I decided to look for other junior colleges and CBSE schools as well. I decided to keep my options open and I didn't really want to stick to CBSE only. I was cool with looking at state board schools as well. As long as they had psychology and a good stream, I was in. And if you're still wondering whether I am going to take CBSE or state board, honestly, I do not know the answer to that myself. It just depends on the subjects that are offered. If it's a really good combination, then I would definitely opt for it, whether it is CBSE or whether it is like state board. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me. Now, with that being said, there were two schools that we finally came across, and one was a CBSE school and the other one was a state board school. The other state board school is actually a junior college. I was really interested in this particular junior college because of the combination of subjects that it had. It was an immaculate combination, like it was perfect. So the subjects that I got in that particular combination goes by HESP, that stands for History, Economics, Sociology, Psychology. So these are the four main subjects, and the languages include English obviously, but since it is state board, they also have a second language. That's the major difference between state and CBSE board, is that CBSE doesn't have a second language, and I know this because my brother continued in CBSE board and he did not have Hindi or like whatever second language that is there. But here in state board, I did have an option between Hindi and French, and I did choose French. But I just felt that this combination was absolute perfection, and everybody that I talked to who had experience in this field were also pretty impressed by this with this combination, and said that if I'm really serious about psychology, then this is the one that I have to go for. And as they said, I decided to make this one of my top priorities, and this went just higher up on the list. So now, speaking about the CBSE school, it did have psychology, but literally all of the other subjects were social studies subjects. And that is what really threw me off a bit, because I was so done with social studies at this point, and that is what reduced my interest in it a little bit. But I still kept it open as an option just in case I required a backup. But I guess we always knew that this junior college was what I was going to opt for. So now, with that being said, I did apply to this junior college. I got called for an interview, and I did get invited for a campus tour, but my dad went for the campus tour and I didn't, because of the current situation, and my dad felt it wasn't the safest thing. I did look at some pictures online, and it's a pretty good school. I had an interview, and of course, the very next day I got an email saying I had been accepted into the school. A few main reasons why I was inclined to the school was because of the infrastructure. As I said, it was very similar to my current school, so I guess the nostalgia factor played a big role. And the second thing was, of course, the combination of subjects. I've told you guys that several times already. And the third thing was the fact that it had so many clubs and fests. And my mom had studied in a similar school like this, and my mom was more excited than I was for this, because she wanted me to have experiences like that, like fests and everything. So my mom just was very excited about that as well, and that just made me more excited, because there are 17 clubs or something that I can choose from. And I went on their website and there were 5 different clubs that I was already interested in. So I was like, you know what, this is the perfect school. This literally has my name on it. So the junior college state board is my priority right now, and this is the school that I chose because of all the factors that I just listed out. Coming to which subject or stream you should choose, honestly, I think it's about what you're interested in at the end of the day. Sometimes you can feel pressure in a lot of forms. It could be your parents' pressure, it could be peer pressure, it could be so many forms of pressure and stress that you feel that you aren't really sure and you feel unsure about your future. And honestly, as I told you guys, I only got confirmation very recently as to psychology is what I want to do and humanities is what I want to take up. Till that, all of my friends were so sure about what they want to do. People were saying that they want to become fashion designers, CA, lawyers, actors, and I was the only one who was very unclear about what I wanted to do. And sometimes I did feel like left behind because they had everything planned and I didn't, and I just felt it all just seemed very blurry to me. But honestly, I think at the end of the day, you just need to ask yourself what is it that you are passionate about and what is it that you're interested in, because you would rather be interested in getting educated in something that you are actually passionate about rather than doing something just because the rest of the society is doing it. So I chose humanities, and my mom, my parents, everybody was very supportive about it. What I would like to say in conclusion is just that do what you're interested in, because in the long run it is you who has to do it, not your peers, not your parents. And honestly, just choose what is best for you in the long run. And yeah, so explore your options. Don't, just don't be confined to certain things. Do what you feel is right. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Those are my few tips. Alright, you guys, that would be the end of this video, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I had a lot of fun making this video, mainly because it felt like a heart-to-heart talk that I was having with you guys. And also I want to just say that we are so close to hitting 1000 subscribers. Thank you so much, you guys. After we hit 1000 subscribers, I want to do this exclusive like Q&A. So start leaving your questions in the comment section below already, and I want to do this huge Q&A. And I'm sorry for the 1 day delay. I was just filming for another video and I was hoping that I could edit that and put it out by tomorrow, but it didn't happen. So yeah. Anyway, the next video is a room cleaning and makeover video, and the video after that will be a room tour, and the video after that hopefully will be the 1K special Q&A video. So yes, now with all of that being said, I'll end the video here. But make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I post, and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below more video suggestions that you might have. Now with all of that being said, I'll see you guys in my next. Bye guys.